What's up, guys? Today I'm doing a top 10 list of the most broken, overpowered, top tier, whatever you want to call them, characters in Street Fighter history. Now, one exception is I'm not going to be counting boss characters like Guile in Third Strike or Akuma in Super Turbo, Shin Akuma in CVS2. You know, those guys weren't really meant to be played. They're banned in most tournaments, so they're not going to be a part of this list. And another thing is that I'm taking into account not only how good the character is, but how much of an impact they had on Street Fighter and on the tournament scene. You know, nobody really cares that Akuma is really overpowered in Street Fighter the movie, the game, because nobody played that game. So anyway, let's jump right into it. Coming in at number 10, we've got Chun-Li in Street Fighter V. Obviously, this is a character that's kind of on everyone's mind right now. She's really dominating the tournament scene. She's a really, really powerful character. She's basically got it all. Some of the best ground game in the entire game. She's got a really, really powerful V-trigger. She's got high-low mix-ups, good damage, good rushdown, good zoning. This is pretty much the number one character that tournament players are worried about and the number one character that you're going to have to be scared of online. So we'll see if Capcom puts in any nerfs at the big balance patch that they're doing after the Capcom Pro Tour. But for now, Chun is definitely by far the best character in Street Fighter V. Coming in at number 9, we have Elena from Ultra Street Fighter 4. What's funny is that if you look up tier lists for this game, generally people have Elena mid-tier, upper mid-tier. But that's because most of those were written when Ultra Street Fighter 4 was fairly new. She didn't really take over the game until like the last 6 months before Street Fighter 5 came out and people stopped playing Ultra. But she's an extremely annoying character to deal with. She's got good high-low mix-ups, she's got good damage, good keep away. She's difficult to combo because she's got a really weird hitbox. And then of course she's got the most annoying Ultra in the game, healing. You might think you're doing great, you might have a big life lead, but next thing you know, she walks off and she heals and all of a sudden she's winning. So very annoying character and very dominant in the tournament scene. Coming in at number 8, we've got Bison from Street Fighter II Champion Edition. His Psycho Crusher is one of the most broken moves in fighting game history. It does a ton of damage even when blocked. It's safe on block most of the time. Sometimes it randomly crosses up. This move is just ridiculous. If you ever see this game in an arcade and you really want your friends to hate you, just pick Bison and Psycho Crusher them all day. On top of that, he's got good pokes, good damage, he's got some stun combos. He's just a really great character overall and really, really dominant in this kind of old version of Street Fighter 2. Coming in at number 7, we've got Sagat from the original version of Street Fighter 4. He has everything that usually makes him good. Good fireballs, good combos. In this game he had really, really big damage. But the number one reason why this character was hated was his Ultra. He could combo into Ultra from so many situations, and just look at the damage. On a low health character like Akuma, this is easily like 70% of his health bar just from one Ultra combo. And, you know, almost any possible situation, if they jump in, whatever, you can get Ultra, and that made Sagat extremely hated in the original version of Street Fighter 4. Coming in at number 6 is Chun from Street Fighter 3 Second Impact. And if you've only played Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, this is probably a surprise because he was the worst character in that game. But in Second Impact, he was really great, and that's pretty much for one reason, his Super. When he unlocked Super, he had one of the most devastating confirms in the game, ridiculous damage, and from pretty much any situation he could land this Super. So there's lots of match videos out there of how abusive Chun and that Super could be in this game. Coming in at number 5, we've got Guile from Street Fighter Alpha 1. Now this was a pretty broken game in general, but Guile really epitomized it. He had ridiculous damage, he had stun combos, so many resets and mix-ups, and he's so fast. So definitely the most overpowered character in the original version of Street Fighter Alpha. Coming in at number 4, we've got Guile from Street Fighter II World Warrior, the very first version of Street Fighter II. Now, Guile is the king of what's called re-dizzy combos, where you do a combo that dizzies someone, and then you follow it up with another combo that dizzies them again, and you can take the whole round off that. Guile has a million of these, they're not that hard to pull off, but you know, I'll give Capcom a pass. They didn't even really understand what combos were back then. It was kind of a new concept, so stuff slipped through, but anyway, to this day, Guile in World Warrior is a ridiculously powerful character with a lot of damage. At number 3, we've got Chun from Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition. He's got all the offensive options. He's got a dive kick, he's got safe special moves, he's got a command throw that you can combo off of, and of course he's got everybody's favorite super Guile. This character was so strong that basically they had to rebalance the game and re-release it as Arcade Edition 2012 to bring him in line with the rest of the cast. The number 2 most overpowered character in Street Fighter history, we've got Chun-Li from Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. She's basically a living wall of normals that are impossible to get past. She's got such good range, fast walk speed, amazing neutral game, pretty good damage, and then of course the number one thing that makes her so good is her super. She can whiff normals to build super really quickly, and then once she has meter, she can unleash death on you from really far away and get massive damage off of a ton of situations and a ton of hit confirms. And then the super can lead into follow-ups. It's just crazy. You know, Chun is really the only character that kind of gave Chun-Li difficulty in Third Strike, but against every other character in the game, she was just the dominant force. She won almost every major tournament. Crazy character. And the number 1 most overpowered character in Street Fighter is old Sagat from Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Now, he has probably the best fireball game of any Street Fighter character. About half the cast in the game can't even really deal with it. It's just this impenetrable wall. And then if he gets close to you, of course he's got great damage, a really good tiger uppercut, all these options. Extremely powerful character, definitely the best character in Super Turbo. So guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the list. Let me know in the comments if you enjoy the format, if you'd like to see more top 10s. I'm thinking maybe the top 10 worst characters in Street Fighter. We'll see. But hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks a million, guys, and have a good one.